Say hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our day.
Welcome to our day.
Oh, good boy.
Our day, rock and roll.
That was the best. I have no idea if this is going to work. I've just recorded this and I'm going to have to do it again because it fluffed up. But I am at the stage of attaching Nico's hand to his arm. And what I've done is I've put holes in his hand and holes in his arm. And some of the leftover copper wire that Soph had from our anniversary present, I've stabbed it into there. And I'm going to put some UV resin around it so that it kind of sets straight away. And I'm hoping I'll be able to kind of put his arm my hand at a bit of an angle so that it's kind of like hooked. I don't know what the word is. Kind of, yeah, kind of a bit more welcoming instead of it being like raw, because that's really not a good look. So I'm huh?
Not a good look.
It's not. I don't want that sort of crowd to be coming to our house. So I'm trying to bend it a little bit so that it's a little safer. So I'll let you know if it works because I don't know if it's going to work. And we have a hand that is attached. It's not as bent up as I'd like it, but it is slightly curved. But yeah. We have a hand! Yes! Nico has now got a full body. To join these two bits up, I did the same like I did with the hand with the little metal. I really have no clue.
Like you're going to try and say monkey.
No. But yeah, I put metal on this side to then kind of harness it to this. And then I've pinched it together. And then on the rear side, I've put UV resin. So that's like completely solid. And then in the little gap that I got running up the front, I've shoved some wood glue in it, which will also like kind of mold that back as one. And then I'll just go over the white. Sometimes it can like dry clear, and if it does do that, then I'll just change the colour, but if not, then I'll be able to just leave it. So hopefully tomorrow I'll put his head on, but we're getting there. Nico is becoming whole again. Unfortunately though, he will not be a real boy. What's the person's name who builds Pinocchio? Geppetto. Yeah, we need Geppetto to come fix Nico. And I've just realised his fingers look like toes, but they're not. They are fingers. Soph has finger toes too. They are. They're gross. I'm not gonna show you because... Blech. No, I don't. So... Nico! That was good for me. It's a bit better. We haven't picked up the camera in days, and that's purely because We haven't done anything. And life has also kind of been a little bit busy. When this goes up tomorrow, Soph's birthday will be in 2 days. 2 days. So we've been preparing that, and I've made huge headway on the elfin postbox. But I'm not going to show you it now, purely because it's nearly done. And I kind of just want you to see the last piece, like the final piece. And I think we may have you guys put his name badge on with us. I think that would be like the final piece, just adding that to him. I think that would be good.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
So I had to redo the name badge. I had to do it in 4 stages because it just was not, it wasn't big. And yeah, but after I'd built Nico, it kind of came to us that the one that I had was way too small. So I did another one. I doubled the size, and I've also put a back into it as well to make it a little bit bigger, and it looks really cool. You can hardly tell it was this 5 pieces of wood stuck together. But yeah, we've got the robin on the postbox.
Excuse me then, I was like, how is it 5? Did you make a bit on the back as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got me.
We have snow on the postbox. The postbox is built. We have lights on the postbox. We have 3 sides of the post side painted, and you're lucky there isn't smell-o-vision because it stinks.
It does.
It's,
Of the paint.
yeah. It's step and tile paint, so it's hard drying, and it's like quite, yeah, and oh shit.
You painted your boob.
This is also the reason why I'm in the same clothes that I've been in for like a week, because I got a little bit of paint on these clothes, and every day I've added a little bit more paint. So if I had kept changing, every item of our clothing would have a bit of paint on it, whereas now I've managed to just stick it on one outfit. But yes, it is a little bit. We have got to get some varnish to obviously make it all weatherproof. I'm gonna look at the fire retardant spray just to see, just because a lot of people around here smoke, and I am very aware that it is all currently flammable, and that's not ideal. We are going to get a sign as well to let people know that it is flammable, just to cover our backs then. But yeah, I reckon, I know I said this last week that I thought it was going to get finished by the weekend, but I actually think it's going to be finished by this weekend. Do you not agree?
I agree.
Do you not? I was going to say, do you not agree?
No, I do agree. I just found it funny.
We've also come up with a little ingenious idea for inside the post box, but I'm not going to give that away because I want it to be a little surprise, and then we're going to pretend to post something so you guys can see. But yeah, it just looks really cute, and it's just crazy that it was just a few boards of wood and I've managed to transform it, and I've never done anything like this before in my life. I just,
This happens every time you have an idea.
when I'm going to sleep, it's when my brain thinks the most about random things, and every single random thing that I've come up with, it's always turned out really well, but it's always come to me just as I'm falling asleep, and half the time I'm like, babe, are you awake? And Soph responds like, no. And then I tell her this grand idea, and I was like, I gotta tell you so that you won't forget, like I won't forget, and we can remember it in the morning. But
There's probably a lot of ideas that we never did remember, but
yeah, probably.
the ones we have remembered are pretty good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get Soph to move all this. We've also not been able to do any washing because we've used our error. Our error is a freaking amazing error. And it's been our drying post.
And broken, and yet it's
still
perfectly fine.
Yeah. Literally, it's been our drying post, so we've not been able to put any washing on it because there's been wet paint drying on there. Because otherwise the girls are going to be turning like red and brown, black and gold. Like, Pickle's already black and Alba's brown, but they could swap colours. So... At least I've managed to have a...
Such a backwards, upside down, round way of saying that.
At least I've lasted 5 minutes without actually being able to say every word how I was meant to. I've been failing at speaking this last week. Literally, it's like, for some reason, just the words are fumbling. And
Pretty much everything you say is wrong.
yeah, it's been quite stressful, which is another reason why I've not picked up the camera much, because you wouldn't understand, basically. But anyway, it is 10 o'clock now, and it's 3 degrees.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's 2 degrees when I woke up this morning.
The
Which is extremely
winter.
cold.
Yeah, don't like it. So I'm going to get Soph to take this out onto our drying post, and then we're going to shimmy on upstairs. But
I'm not gonna lie, I did have an image of you just like shimmying up the stairs. Kind of like the old man from Up, but with a little bit
yeah,
of movement.
yeah. My mum rang today, and you know that feeling when you know you're nearly getting home and you really need to pee? Well, mum rang, and I hadn't peed after my coffee, and she rung just as we'd finished, and she was on the phone for about 45 minutes. And Sophie was like, "You alright?" I was like, "I need to pee." When she finally got off the phone, I've then got to, like, go with the stair lift up to the toilet. And our stair lift is ridiculously slow. And the second I sit on there, my bladder's like, nearly to the toilet. But I can't make the stair lift go any faster. So I'm sat there and I'm like, really wish this would hurry up.
And then you've got to transfer.
And then transfer again. Being disabled sucks. But I'm actually going to go now because my arm's aching. You are getting lower and lower down.
I'll see your paint boob in a minute.
You were seeing the top of my head, now you're seeing the chin, my under second chin. See you in a bit. I have peanut butter on toast because I need to eat stuff with some meds I'm taking, and this is my angle and their view. Do you think they like toast? Do not fear though, they only have bits of toast that just had butter because dogs can't have human peanut butter. But this is how cute they are. Yep. These girls are hilarious. Soph's still eating hers, but every movement... Oh, I probably won't do it now because Pickle's rested her head. Oh, no, Alba's rested her head. Ching ching! Oh man. But literally...
They were doing everything in sync.
They were like going like all at the same time, and it was very strange.
It was weird.
But super cute at the same time as well. Yeah.
Are you touching Mom?